the issue is not even whether I have high hopes or not. There's the policy and there's the politics. First of all, I want to look at, he's a young man, so that's a good sign. He's also coming from within the system, that's also a good sign. Part of the issue is that he's not a serving police officer. I think with his tenure, it's quite possible that there will be some measure of sustained professionalization of the EFCC, so that the police remains the police and keeps its work, and the EFCC becomes more and more specialized and more professionalized in that regard. As for hope, well, hope is always a function of expectations. Listening to him speak, he is calm. He does not present an offensive personality or visage to the public. And in fact, he comes across as a well-trained. Investigators have a certain stability and they pick issues very quiet, very carefully, and one after the other. So on the face of it, he looks good. But as for hope, hope can only be sustained if he's able to successfully navigate the politics of his position against the background of pressures that are going to come from interest groups, from politicians, from all manner of persons and establishments. So I do not want to speak about hope at the moment. Hope can be misguided or misinformed. I would rather look at the facts, and the information available in the public domain shows that he's a well-trained officer. He's competent. He's trained by some of the best institutions in crime and financial investigation. So if we are to ride on those, then that will be something good to start with. But to simply now say that EFCC will become a wonder, he has a lot of work to do. Fortunately, he's aware of it, because there are also within the organization he's going to enter individuals who are not happy that he's the new chairman. Practices that the former leadership may not be aware of or may not have encouraged, but which he may discover and want to deal with. So it's not about to have honeymoon. Nigerians have grown increasingly skeptical about the organization and people working there, and he came out as an insider. It would be good for him to reaffirm and re-justify the reasons for the establishment of the EFCC. There's a report of policemen in the organization having to go back. Let us bear in mind that the CID, the Criminal Investigation Department of the police, has not been disbanded. It's still there. And so if EFCC is going to progressively become more specialized, it would be good if the core officers of the police, if even the legislation will be altered so that it does not appear to be a department of the police. If people are trained professionally as investigators for special crimes and all that, then let that be the establishment. So one cannot speak of hope. One can only speak of watching his reflexes and drawing appropriate conclusions from them. Okay.